So we should try to keep our guidance ideally from what is given by the previous authorities. That is the safest path. The safest path is to guide them according to what the previous authorities have told, because that is time tested. It is going to work. It has worked for thousands of years nicely, and it will work in the future too. And different individuals may guide them differently, but we should guide any person under us in such a way that they will very quickly become liberated. Sa vidya ya vimuktaye. Good knowledge is that which liberates one even in this life. It makes one feel liberated, and definitely after this life it makes one attain the final liberation. So our teaching should liberate our students. Our teaching should free them instead of binding them in a system. So if our teachings are aimed at that, then we are a good teacher. Teachers who bind their students in systems eventually are putting a handicap on their students. Teachers have to teach students to think. Ultimately, they have to grow their wings, and there will be pains in growing up. That's a part of growing up. So ultimately, we have to teach them in a way that they can become as liberated as possible through the vision of Shastra, and they will be able to make decisions for themselves in their spiritual lives by looking at Shastra. That is the best line of guidance that we can give to a certain devotee. Not only immediately, but in the ultimate run. Because I know when I was a new devotee, there were many individuals who were guiding me. But they were guiding me according to their own thought process, what they thought was right for me. But after many painful years, I realized that this was not right for me. So many painful years I realized. So there was one individual who used to guide me by saying that, see, you should become a full-time devotee and never think about entering the Grihastha ashram. And for many years, I carried that conception. And for many years, I could have gained good knowledge of the Grihastha ashram, how to become a Grihastha. But all that knowledge I had to gain after I entered into Grihastha ashram. So, this was because somebody planted their conceptions of renunciation in me when I was a new devotee. Instead, they should have opened all the doors for me. They should have showed me all the various options. They should have told me, see, that's what Krishna did with Arjun. Krishna could have guided Arjuna simply by saying Bhakti Yoga, chapter 1 Bhakti Yoga, chapter 2 Bhakti Yoga, chapter 3 Bhakti Yoga, chapter 4 Bhakti Yoga, chapter 5 Bhakti Yoga, chapter 18 Bhakti Yoga. Krishna shows so many gates to Arjun. Arjun says, why are you confusing me, Krishna? Why are you confusing me? In the 3rd chapter, Arjun says, and Krishna says, well, these are for different candidates. I'm just showing you the various paths. At the end of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Yatha ichhasi tatha kuru. Arjun, I free you from all obligations. Do as you please to do. That's the ideal teacher. And no matter what, thousands of people may have their opinions about what is good teaching. Good teachers are right there in the Shastra. They're right there in front of us. So if we are willing to become good teachers and good seniors, we will liberate those people who are under us. That person should become a teacher who has the capability to liberate his dependent. That is in the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So we should learn what is the proper line of thought according to Shastra, and we should teach others so that they can become liberated.